Guten Tag. Why vegan? Well, every vegan would ask you why not vegan. Veganism means that you only eat plant-based food. So I went on a 7-day vegan challenge, just for fun, just to see what it is, what everyone who is vegan talks about. They all talk about a glow and a shine and a feel good and so much energy and everything turns to gold, basically. This is what it sounds like. And they are right in everything they can be right, but of course it's not a one drug or anything that will solve every single problem you have in your life. But going vegan is, from my point of view, you can only win. It is really true what all of those vegans say about how good you feel and how healthy you feel, and the reason for that is because it's the truth. It's a fact. It's not anything that we make up to annoy meat eaters or even vegetarians. It's the truth, and this is also one point why I make the video, because when I went vegan first few weeks, I thought I probably stay quiet about it and don't even tell everyone in my like my friends and my family, if they don't have to know. If they have to know, and because we're invited for a Christmas dinner or whatever, then of course I would let them know before and hope that we find a alternative or a compromise. For my husband is vegan too, for us. And otherwise I thought not talking about the topic would be easier, because there are so many things we believe, things we get told by the media, even from our parents, from our teachers, from as soon as you're born, when it comes to food. And you don't get breast milk anymore, then basically I'm pretty sure that you got lied to too. And this is the reason why I'm now making the video, because there is nothing wrong with what we do. I know that for people who don't know anything about veganism, vegans are the worst people in the world. We are the reason why everything is shit. And everyone is so annoyed when for some reason when you say you're a vegetarian, that's almost okay, but if you say you're vegan, it's weird. It's weird. And I think that's just because, I'm very sure that that's just because people don't know about food. They believe what they got told and they never question it, they never research, they just took it as a fact, like you need milk for strong bones and you need meat because of the protein, of course, the protein. And cheese is also healthy because of the calcium, all of the dairy products, and yogurt and diet and losing weight and carb-free and all of that rubbish. If you have a closer look just for a little bit of time, you don't even have to invest a lot of time, you will find out how much you got lied to. And I don't think it takes much to make the next step and just stop eating all of that. Really, it's that simple. It doesn't mean that you just eat salad and grain from now on. There is tons of good food that is vegan. You cannot lose. You cannot lose anything. The only thing that will change is that your life will get better because you're just healthier. The big number one is definitely meat. Meat is dead. When you have your super healthy chicken, parmesan, whatever salad, what you're eating is dead. It is a dead animal, and you cut it in pieces and then you put it in your mouth and then you swallow it and then you have it in your body. You have something dead in your body, and when you think about just that fact alone, that should be enough for everyone to understand that eating meat has nothing to do with healthy. Nothing. There is nothing we need from meat. Our body is not made to process meat. We can't really handle that, and this is why, red meat is on the very top of the list of what even doctors say, well, just eat it in little amounts so it doesn't kill you straight away. We have a tradition of eating meat. I know from my grandmother, she is still that kind of person who says on Sunday you have to eat meat. So even if you're poor as shit during the week, you can't afford, you only eat 2 carrots or whatever and a potato. But on Sunday you have to eat meat. That it is a tradition and you have to follow that tradition, and I don't care about traditions at all. If I would, I wouldn't do this video. I would have my government job and stuff if I would care about traditions, but it is just and only we eat meat for 4 reasons. Well, we eat all of the meat, dairy, egg, fish, honey thing. We eat that for 4 reasons, and that is culture. If you think about, some religions eat this, some religions eat that, culture. The second reason is it's convenient. Of course it's convenient. You can buy, if you are not vegetarian or vegan, you can eat, and if your religion allows it, you can eat whatever you find on the street. You can order a pizza, it's convenient. It's for lazy people. You don't have to cook. It's true that there is so much food that vegans don't eat anymore, and if you look at it, well, we don't miss anything. We don't miss out on any nutrients or anything that our vegan food can't provide. The third reason why we eat meat, dairy, fish, eggs, and honey, and all of those things is it's a tradition. It's a tradition to, just what I said, to eat meat on Sunday. It's a tradition to eat a goose on, not a goose, a duck. Do you eat ducks at Christmas? No, when do you eat the duck? There is some holiday in November where you eat a duck. I never did that, so I don't know when that is. It's a tradition. Media tells us on Thanksgiving you eat that turkey. I mean, how many birds get killed just for a holiday, just because it's tradition? That's why the turkey does not care about your tradition. The turkey would be happy if you would say, well, this year we just have, I don't know, tofu. And the last reason, the fourth reason, and that goes hand in hand with convenience, is taste. We eat it because it tastes good. At least we think that. We eat it because it tastes good, but what really tastes good is all of the stuff they add to it. Because if they would just sell you the meat as it is and you would eat it as it is, it would not taste good at all. I don't think many people would say, wow, this, yeah, boring beef. Think about how many spices and how much garlic and onions and stuff you add when you have a barbecue or when you make a marinara or whatever. You add to the meat so that you like the taste, and then at the end you say, this meat was very good. 150 billion animals get killed every year worldwide for food. That number does not include the animals that die in the containers, in the egg industry. It doesn't include the chickens that die before they get killed anyway, just because they sit in their shit and pee and stuff. And I mean, it's gross and it's disgusting and it makes me very angry. 150 billion every single year just because we think we need it. We don't need it. No human needs meat. There are lots of these great points from not vegans when they say, but you cannot. It's bullshit. It is not true. If we would need meat, we wouldn't have to cook it. We wouldn't have to take the feathers off before we eat it. When we have cats and we have dogs, and when my cats catch birds, it's not like I'm super happy and proud of them, but it is their nature. And they eat it. And when we walk the dogs in spring or in autumn on the fields and they find mice, it's not great to see or nice to hear when the dog bites the mouse and it makes the last beep beep, but they eat it. They eat it. They catch it themselves and they eat it themselves. It is the cat's or the dog's nature to do that, and it's not our nature to breed like idiots and abuse and hurt animals, to kill it in a very, very unfair way at the end. Well, there is no fair way anyway. If we would need meat, we would catch it ourselves. We would go out, and I don't mean hunting. I don't mean you have a gun and the bear does not. Well, okay, if you meet a bear, then... What I mean is, if we would need it, we would go and get it. We wouldn't go to the supermarket and pay money for it. We would hunt ourselves, and we can't do that. If you can, and if you really catch that thing at the end, the rabbit or whatever you want to chew on, I doubt that you would eat it raw as it is, with the fur and with the blood and as it is. We prepare our meat before we can really consume it. We cannot consume it as it is. This should be reason enough to understand that meat is not necessary. We don't need it. We can live perfectly without it. If we couldn't, every vegan would drop dead after a few weeks. Like after 3-4 weeks, when all of the nutrition is like gone out of the body, dead. It doesn't happen. Every vegan, the longer they stay vegan, the happier they are. If they do it correctly for the right reason, and if they have a healthy diet. I mean, you can still really mess up your diet even on a vegan diet, but it is a lot harder. And one thing that is in the way in a vegan diet, or the big thing, the big unhealthy thing in a vegan diet, is sugar. But I mean, we know that anyway. We know we didn't have to turn vegan and read half of the internet first to find out that sugar shouldn't be the second most ingredient that you add to your diet. But besides that, meat has nothing helpful for us. We don't need it. It's funny, so often when I read comments from not vegans in vegan forums. Yesterday I read, in a healthy balance, meat is good for you. And I thought, what is a healthy balance? How many chickens do you have to kill first before you find your healthy balance? It's not very healthy for the chicken at all. If you think that meat is that healthy, I don't know why we have to kill animals. Really, I don't understand. Why do we think we have to write and then say to own, like I own the pig, I can't eat it? It's bullshit again. We don't own anything. We don't even own our pets, even if we pay money for them and feed them and stuff. We don't own them. Nobody owns anything. I don't think that many people would like to say, well, I own my kid, I can slaughter it on Sunday. I don't have kids, I won't do that. I'm just saying how we look at the animal is so wrong. We look at it like we are here, and then there is long nothing, and then maybe at some point there is the pig. Above the pig is definitely the dog or the cat or the pet that you have. And that is wrong. An animal, we are all the same. Even though if we're all unique, the human does not have the right to kill. We can't do that. There is a law that says you can't kill. And just because they have 4 legs and humans have 2. I mean, there are people who deserve to get killed before any animal does, because the main reason that I felt extremely guilty after I saw the first few vegan documentaries, and I thought, who did I think I am that I have the right to say I want bacon on my pizza? I don't have that right. The pig does not care about the bacon, and the turkey doesn't care about Thanksgiving, and the marine animals are the animals that get, in numbers, is the highest number per animal that gets killed a year. Everything in the ocean that moves, we want to eat. Why do we want to eat that? I mean, if you want that, make your own fish, which leads to the egg industry.